Hi, everyone. A pleasure to have you join us here tonight. College basketball is in the air, and we are right in the midst of all the action. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. We've got the UConn Huskies taking on the Kansas Jayhawks.
There is no feeling like a packed house on a college campus. You can just feel the electricity in the air as two major colleges go head-to-head on the hardwood.
And even though this game isn't a must-have game, it feels like a tournament game, a one-and-done type situation. Both of these programs know that a win here could be huge for them as they get ready to make a run in March.
On the floor for UConn. Ball in at shooting guard, and it's Splitter in at the 5, roaming the paint. Here's Ball. Rebounded by the Jayhawks.
And one thing about UConn that has been true all throughout their rise as a power, they have always played solid defense. It's something the program really hammers home.
No good from Duncan. The Huskies on offense.
You know, so often we can forget that these players are student athletes. I mean, Freak does not have that problem. He's an amazing student off the floor and is very dedicated in the classroom.
And how about Freak with a 4.0 GPA, an honor student in high school, and has carried that same work ethic to college as well as he prepares for his games. He truly embodies what it means to be a student athlete.
The jump hook, and it's Freak with the rebound.
Not pretty. You've just got to shake off a miss like that.
Move the ball. Sticking too much.
Kicks it to Joseph. Now here's Freak, covered by Lee. The dish to Splitter. Day the pass to Ball. 6 on the shot clock. Lee with the steal. Oh, and here we go with Lee. Nobody back. That's good.
Just a good, solid, aggressive finish there on the break.
Not going to get much easier than that, Greg. Simple.
Day kicks to Freak. From about 16, that's good on the jump shot. Freak's gone 2 for 4 so far here tonight. There's the pick. Williams with the ball, and Jennings picks him up defensively. Off the pick. Gaines, no luck.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And again, the basket from Ball. Freak's got 6 points.
Wow. What a first half it's been thus far here for Freak. This is why so many think he'll be a star at the next level.
And you can take all the measurements and do all the data analytics you want to, but all it takes is one half of watching Freak play when he's hot like this to know stardom is in his future.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
On the floor for UConn. Ball, he's in at shooting guard, and it's Jennings in at the 1. Well, one thing about Kansas is that they love their basketball. The Jayhawks have long been synonymous with being a powerhouse college program.
One of the true blue bloods, if you will, in college basketball. I mean, they've been relevant and in contention for a very long time. They were winning titles before any official organization was put in place.
And you said it. I mean, the Jayhawks have won for a really long time. 3 college titles for them. The first one coming in 1952, the others in 88 and 2008.
It's, guys, so often big state schools like Kansas care more about football than basketball, but not the case with the Jayhawks. I mean, the basketball program has been a source of pride for a long time, and when you have success like they've had, it's really easy to be proud.
Bossie's checked in for the Jayhawks. Lee comes in for Williams. Lee outside. Now the pass to Boss. Here's Jenkins. Pass to Boss. High post shot. No good off the front iron. Freak with it. He's got 8.
Move the ball. Sticking too much.
Rebounded by the Jayhawks. And here is Lee. He dishes it to Jenkins. They double him with Freak. Now here's Oubre. He's guarded closely. That's good. And it's a tie ball game.
A defensive breakdown there, no doubt about it. I mean, he's a guy you have to be focused on defensively.
And the Jayhawks making a change here. Terry's checked in. There's a minute. Hello and welcome back. This is college basketball on 2K Sports. And if you're just tuning in, this is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg as we get set for the second half.
Guys, you know, it's been a close one thus far. Both teams have had strong stretches, but neither team has really been able to take control of the game to this point.
And guys, this is kind of like a boxing match, a bit of a feeling out period thus far. The second half, we should see more things open up, and that should benefit star players like Freak, who will get more quality opportunities.
They've got Duncan, and it's Oubre in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Huskies, Ball in at 2 guard, and it's Splitter in at the 5.
Boy, some really big names have come out of the Kansas Jayhawks program into the NBA. A pair of first overall picks in their history. Believe it or not, Wilt Chamberlain wasn't one of them.
Now here's Duncan. Uncovered. And Splitter pulls it down.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort. Well, I tell you, that was double duty right there. He influenced the shot and then got back and cleaned the glass.
Terry kicks to Duncan. Fades back. Gaines gets the bucket. Gaines has got the lead up to 2 now for the Jayhawks. The Huskies on offense. Day kicks to Martin. Over to the left wing. Here's Ball. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Freak's got it all tied up now for the Huskies. Freak's got most of his shots to fall. 6 makes in 9 tries. Duncan outside. Back the lead. To the middle. And it's Gaines that time on the assist by Lee. Gaines has got the lead. Back up to 2 now for the Jayhawks. UConn with the ball. Day dishes to Freak. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Well, you could pick any team in the NBA and name a Husky that played for him at some point. UConn has had a big impact on the NBA.
I mean, UConn has had a lot of NBA talent pass through their school. I mean, it speaks volumes about how well they are able to develop talent and win championships.
A platoon swap here for Kansas.
There's not a lot you can say that hasn't been said before about his skill at the charity stripe.
Now Calderon. Here's Daniels. Solid defense right there from Ball. For the lead. Shot is off. And Kansas the other way now. Ball's knocked loose. And it's the Huskies on the break. Passes to Jennings. Now here's Freak. Here's Jenkins. They've got Boss. And it's Daniels in at the 2. It's tipped. And it's the Huskies on the break. Keefe passes to Jennings. So they now lead by 1. And a new group getting ready to come in for the Huskies. The Huskies on offense. Day kicks to Freak. 1:16 left here in the second half of the game. Splitter, that's good.
That's a brain freeze right there from the entire defense. Now is not the time to lose your focus.
Troy Lee.
1:10 left in the second half of basketball. Duncan can't hit.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Joseph, that's good.
What a bucket at one of the more crucial moments of the game.
How about the cool, collected way in which he delivered it? Clutch.
.55 seconds left in the second half. Now the feed to Gaines. And stolen by Freak. Here is Day. This is the Freak. Yes!
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
Clark, no room for error here.
Kevin, got to be perfect from here on out. You're exactly right.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Lee kicks it to Gaines. And stolen by Freak. Oh, and here comes Joseph all alone. Oh!
And if you thought this game was over already, you're probably right.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, it's staring us right in the face, and we've been around long enough to know when a game is over. And this one is in that category.
It's been a pretty tough stretch for them.
And this will be an important possession. It's really essential. They put a stop to this run, and the best way to do it is by great execution.
And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And you know what, Greg? Who knows? A few misses at the stripe, and they're right there within range. You know, late-game free throws are a lot different than early-game free throws in terms of making.
And so they foul intentionally. And an intentional foul right there. It's the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game.
Clutch free throws there. That should ensure they're going home with the W.
And so it's UConn with the win. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
For Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for joining us. We've got a great night of college basketball hoops in store for you tonight. It's a big matchup and some big-time energy in this building, and we're glad to have you with us. Joined in the booth with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll see the Louisville Cardinals taking on the UConn Huskies.
And the thing you love about collegiate sports, the passion, the energy, I mean, the competitiveness and that hunger and drive to succeed and show what you have, it's really always a marvel to watch.
No doubt about it, Greg. And seeing these players out here tonight, I remember how the love for the game of basketball in those formative years when I was playing college was so invaluable. I mean, the experience you gain with excellent coaching and mentorship at this level, really a huge part of where you go with your talent.
Here are the starters for Louisville. We've got Rozier. Harrell is out there with White. Then there's Sanders. And it's Mack in at the 5, roaming the paint. Freak with it. No good, and tight defense there bothered that shot. Here's Rozier. Kicks it to Mack. Out to the right wing. White drives in. No good. Good work defensively by Martin. The Louisville Cardinals have had a real strong run lately in college hoops, Clark. Even after changing conferences a few years back, they continue to shine.
You know, and nobody knew, Kevin, just how they would fare in the new and stronger conference, but it's been winning as usual for the Cardinals.
Now here's Freak. Sanders covering. And yes, sir, that one drops.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
And stolen by Freak. And it's the Huskies on the break. And yes, sir, that one drops. Day's got his first points in this one.
Well, that's why they're on the lead. Aggressive play at both ends. Very nicely done there.
Absolutely. They make the steal, pay dividends instantly on the fast break.
Rozier the pass to White. Here's Sanders. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
A strong move to the basket there. Nice power to get that up and in.
The Cardinals shooting their first free throw of the game right now. Now here's Jennings. Sims in the corner. Freak with it. Russell's there. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And with Freak, he takes a lot of pride in where he hails from. Didn't grow up with a silver spoon in his hand by any means, and his family cheers him on from Harlem.
And, Greg, you can see it in this game. I mean, we're all a product of where we've been, our environment, our experiences. And with Freak, he doesn't take anything for granted. Some of the very best players of all time have come from the projects like Freak. And he takes pride in playing for Harlem when he's on the court.
The Huskies leading by 3. Reed kicks to Freak. Back to Reed for the 3. Can't get it to go. Now Price. On the wing, Hughes. There's the 3. That's in, coming off an assist from Price. And this game is tied up now.
A wide open 3. They need much better communication defensively.
Paul in a 2-guard. And it's Sims in at the power forward. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. .107 left here in the first half. And for Louisville, we've got early. Rozier's out there with Russell. Then there's Harrell, and it's Hughes in at the small forward. Now here's Harrell. Russell with a wide open look. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Here's Ball. It's rebounded by Louisville.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. Louisville shooting their second and third free throws tonight. And that one falls, and that puts them up by 1 point. Thomas checked in for the Cardinals. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. There's 39 seconds left here in the first half. Day dishes to Freak. Screen by Howard. Pulls up on the elbow. That's short off the rim.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
The offensive rebound. Harrell kicks to Russell. The pass to Hughes. The feed to Russell. Left side Thomas. Louisville, no good that time either.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. Louisville out in front. Up. And the second half of basketball is about to get underway, folks. Welcome back to this broadcast of college basketball here on 2K Sports.
Guys, we had a tight game through the first half. I think we'll see more of the same coming out of the break.
And it's just going to take one big run for one of these teams to establish control. If Freak can get hot, his team has a great chance of coming away with the victory.
On the floor for UConn. Ball in at shooting guard, and it's Martin in at the 4 spot. White, good.
That's a precision shot. You've got to be precise. No room for error on the floor.
And you see a lot of players who are very talented play with a me-first approach. That is not the case with Freak. He doesn't try and attract any unnecessary attention and just focuses on playing his game.
Yeah, I like that about him, Greg. I mean, in a day and age where most guys are self-centered and it's all about me, it's refreshing for a player like Freak who doesn't invite that kind of noise. I mean, that's as impressive as his skill set.
So for the Cardinals, Payton comes in for Harrell, and it's Price in for Rozier. And the foul called on Freak. That is his first foul of the game. Now here's Sanders. Defense is right there. Lets it go from 11. Fires the 3. Huskies with the rebound. And here's Freak. 9 points in the game so far. Here's Sims and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. First trip to the line for him here. And that one falls for Sims. Here's his check in for UConn. Keefe comes in for Joseph. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. Price with the ball. Payton passes to Sanders. And White kicks to Mack. Louisville passing it around. White, good.
Boy, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip. They've got a battle inside.
This game has been a battle, and maybe they're starting to just run out of gas a little bit.
Pierce with the screen on Sanders. Ball loses the defender with the screen and drills the jumper. Freak's got 11 points.
No doubt one of the most highly touted players on the floor is Freak. His abilities out on the wing are just phenomenal, and he is one of the few players that can dominate from that position.
And Greg, it takes a special talent to be able to control the game from the perimeter, but Freak is that kind of player. I mean, he can hurt you in so many different ways when he's left one-on-one with the defender, and he's comfortable pulling up or attacking the basket.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Keefe. Dishes it to Freak. Shot on the wing, and UConn again with the bucket. Here's Price. Now the dish to Mack. Shoots the 3. That's good, and it's Price with the assist. Price has got his 3rd assist on the night.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
And it's a completely new group for the Cardinals. On the court right now for the Cardinals, Harrell is out there with Thomas. Then it's Russell. And it's Hughes in at the 3. Cutting the screen.
Move the ball. Sticking too much.
Latrey. And it's Freak missing.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
Here's Thomas, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
And Louisville making a change here. Odom's checked in.
Missed a chance to put them up 3. That's going to affect how they set up on defense this trip now.
Splitter sets a screen for Freak. This one for 3, and he gets it to go. And UConn leads by 1.
One thing with Freak that we know is he makes sure he gets his shots up no matter what. One way or another, he's going to get his workout in, and that's why so many are confident that he'll continue to improve.
Part of it is that he has a twin sister who actually taught him how to play ball. She helped him develop his game and become the player he is today. Pretty nice to help you develop your skill set on the court.
And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for the Huskies?
Defensively, they play with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Something that's also benefited them tonight are the turnovers they've forced and the points that have come along with those forced turnovers. Needed those and got them. Terrific job at the line under pressure.
1:37 left to play here in the second half. It's up a 3, and the Huskies hit again from deep.
And these are exactly the kinds of performances that have people looking at Freak like he's the next big thing.
And with his team up, he knows that blood is in the water. I'm guessing he'll continue to press and look to carry the team on his back. This is a performance that will help define his college career.
There's 1:26 left here in the second half of the game. Clark, plenty of drama in this one so far.
And I would not be surprised if it goes right down to the buzzer.
Back to Splitter. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul. Stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
And so both free throws are good. And it's a 4-point ball game.
That was a critical trip to the strike. They have a 2-possession lead now.
And here's Louisville. There's 57 seconds left in the second half of basketball. Here's Mack, Splitter covering, and is out of bounds to the Cardinals as Louisville retains possession. On defense, the Huskies. 4-point game, and the officials call a traveling violation.
Yeah, this is not about charity, folks. That's his 4th giveaway already. He's letting his guard down out there.
Now here's Freak. Sanders covering. And stolen by White. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And is out of bounds to the Cardinals as Louisville retains possession. And is out of bounds to the Cardinals as Louisville retains possession.
Happy.
Here's Rozier, doubled by Ball. Here's Matt. It's good. And he has brought them to within 2 points.
What a bucket at one of the more crucial moments of the game.
How about the cool, collected way in which he delivered it? Clutch.
You know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Sure, it's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's a 4-point ball game.
Time running low here.
A quick score, Greg, and then probably foul him right away.
And White kicks to Mack. Here's Rozier. That three off target had some space there after the little pump fake. And there's the call on Montrezl Harrell. So that'll be his second foul of the game. We're in the single bonus, so they'll have 1-1 right now and that chance at the line. Here's Rozier, and so it's UConn with the win. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds, Clark.
You know what? They showed their character in crunch time, though, doing what had to be done to send these fans home happy.
For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching.
T-Pain. Got a fresh line up, yeah, fresh outfit. But I had a parking lot on smash. Plus I got a 7 with a 4. Got 125 on the dash.
I'm the biggest boss that you seen thus far. I'm the biggest boss that you seen thus far. I'm the biggest boss that you seen thus far.
Cause it's just another day in the life of the
Baby, we make magic. Come home with a thug, let's get cracking. Always well, baby, cause happen. She got the back seat, just a freak in the hopped in the tray, just to let the top back and thank God for the day. Who gives a what a hater gotta say? I made a couple $1 million last year. Still in the streets, strapped with them things. She in love with a G, so she tatted my name. I'm the biggest boss that you seen thus far. 10 black made backs, back to back in the lane. I'ma make it rain, then I'ma make it back. You are just a lame little homie, that's a fact. Working with the police, acting like you know me. Fresh out of jail already in your
Got a fresh line up, yeah, fresh outfit. But I had a parking lot on smash. Plus I got a 7 with a 454 in the hood. Got 125 on the dash.
I'm the biggest boss that you.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half.
And guys, remember, LaMarcus Aldridge last January suffering a torn ligament in his thumb. Scheduled to opted to tough it out and keep playing. And boy, how big was that for the Blazers?
On the court right now for the Spurs, Manu and Kawhi filling out the perimeter. Duncan out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Parker in at the point.
And this collapse we've seen by their interior defense, it's really the reason why they've struggled and are in such a hole.
In the corner, Ibaka with it. Outside Durant. The shot. Rebound, San Antonio. And Aldridge postponing that thumb injury surgery, even though they said it might double his eventual recovery time.
Yeah, I think it's pretty admirable that he was out there because he wasn't just playing in pain. He was playing hurt. That shows you his commitment to winning.
Here is Durant, following the score by Tony Parker. Outside Durant. There's a screen by Cantor. Jumper off the screen. Outside Westbrook. He dishes it to Durant. Shoots over Leonard. And that one's good. Durant's got 16.
Boy, Durant showing us how it's done with that stroke.
Timeout. Start it.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. And the Thunder with some changes. Singler comes in for Cantor. And it's Foy in for Andre Robertson. The Spurs also with the sub. Diaw's checked in. Thunder on D. They trail by 16. Leonard kicks to Aldridge. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. He's got 10.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
Can't say enough about his individual performance. I don't think you can overstate it. I mean, even if the all-around team effort's been lacking, this guy's been on top of things.
And that one's good. Parker.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Here's Foy, following the score by Tony Parker. Screen by Ibaka. Again, Durant missing.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring. And the Thunder had plenty of reason to be down last year because of the injuries. A big place that it hit them was on offense. They just were not the same absent, mainly Kevin Durant.
Spurs leading by 16. And Leonard has it in the corner. Shoots from the baseline. Another one falls for San Antonio.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
Outside Durant. From the arc. Durant with another miss.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today. There's a glaring discrepancy between these teams in that area of the game.
And it's been the difference. That's what's enabled them to build such a big lead, no doubt about it. The shooting percentage continues to elevate here in the second half.
Well, as a group, they've been harmonic since the break. In sync. Good team basketball resulting in high-quality shots.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Westbrook.
Well, we've got a moment to look back to last year's Spurs right now. 3rd in field goal percentage, 3rd in opponent offense. And they showed up in the top 5 in free throw shooting. This is a team that took advantage of getting to the line.
And as you said, there weren't many teams that scored with the efficiency that they did last season. They did a great job of being selective and working for the best possible shot.
Now Mills. After Westbrook's missed 3. No good from West.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Ibaka outside. Out to the right wing. The Thunder with another miss. It's stolen by Adams. Dishes it to Waiters. Westbrook, no good.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense. That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
Ibaka with the ball. West picks him up beyond the arc. And Westbrook gets it to go on the assist from Ibaka. 18 points for Russell Westbrook.
Most any NBA player can make you pay when you leave them that wide open. That's why you have to stay alert on defense.
Here's Marjanovic. He's covered by Westbrook. And there's the foul. It's on Steven Adams. Nick Collison's checked in for Oklahoma City. Payne comes in for Russell Westbrook. And San Antonio with the change here, too. Green, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. Over to the wing. Here's Marjanovic, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Passes it to Waiters. There's the pick. Here's Collison. Wow, way off on that one.
Yeah, good tough D there to get a hand up and force that miss.
That's example number one of why he is such a strong defensive player and why he has such a great defensive reputation.
Here's Payne after the made shot from Bono Ginobili. A nice shot by Collison. Collison's got his first points of the night.
They ran that inbounds play perfectly there to get the quick hitter.
Now here's Ginobili. D right on him. Puts it up off the inbound, and he tries off the glass, but it's no good. Here's Waiters. No good on that last second. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. Here's Parker. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. Taking a look at the Thunder. Durant the 3 and Ibaka the 4. Andre Robertson out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Adams in at the 5 down low. And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Westbrook against Parker. Fires from deep. And it's Westbrook missing. San Antonio leading by 20. Ginobili kicks to Duncan. And there's the call on Durant. That is his first foul of the game.
And, you know, the NBA loves to experiment with different rules in different ways. The D-League last season used international rules for goaltending. And that small change makes a huge impact on the defensive end.
Westbrook passes to Durant. Offline with his 3.
He had 6 points from long range in the first half, but nothing's falling here since.
Parker double teamed, and Ginobili wide open. He shoots. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Parker's got assist number 7 for him tonight. And for the international rules of goaltending, players are allowed to touch the ball after it hits the iron, even if it is over the cylinder.
I'm not sure if the NBA is going to adapt that rule, but I think it wouldn't be a big deal to adapt it because there aren't a lot of times that play happens in the game. I think it would be a small percentage of those plays over the course of a season.
The Spurs making a switch here. Leonard's checked in. Outside Durant. There's the 3. Again, Durant missing.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Parker's shot is off.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job there.
Always important to have that good interior defense.
Durant against Leonard. Here's Parker. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Parker's got 10 points here in the second half. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for San Antonio.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition. He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Kept alive.
You can see the frustration in the quarter on his face, especially with his team trailing.
Here's Leonard. Here's Duncan. Good work defensively by Ibaka. Oklahoma City has gone ice cold from three-point land, 0-4 since the start of the final quarter. Their shot's good from Westbrook.
Excellent vision by Durant out there. What a nice pass.
Spurs leading by 22. Parker outside. They set the pick. He feeds it to Duncan. And it's good on the assist by Parker. 12 points for Tim Duncan.
They're spraying them home from mid-range today, guys.
Finding the gaps in the defense and really just slicing and dicing them right now. And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way.
Parker kicks to Duncan. The shot is off, and it's Oklahoma City the other way. They get to take on the Magic at Orlando after this one. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. Got that one up quick. 21 points for Kevin Durant.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
San Antonio calls timeout. Kiwi Steven Adams, one of the toughest players down on the block.
And Kevin Adams is not afraid to get under somebody's skin. He's pretty strong defensively, too.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Cantor's checked in. Here's Simmons. Butler. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Now here's Durant. And Ibaka kicks to Durant. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
And, you know, guys, that's one of the things I like about Adams. I mean, he'll draw the ire of opposing players just because of how he approaches the game.
Duncan against Cantor. Duncan outside. Clock at 6. The dish to Mills. Releases. And Cantor pulls it down. And it's Oklahoma City's ball.
Yeah, and guys, Adams doesn't want to be known as a dirty player. I mean, I think he feels he plays aggressive and he hustles, and that sometimes rubs players the wrong way. Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Yeah, you got that right. I mean, you got it real right. They are lighting it up from beyond the arc this half.
Now here's Westbrook. It's Durant on the wing. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. 24 points for Kevin Durant.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
And they may have found the Achilles heel of this defense. That was their 9th straight point from beyond the arc. And it seems every season we see a player try and play through an injury. Sometimes it provides a boost with heroics, but it can lead to serious damage long term. It's a common practice we see, and some guys are pretty cavalier about it.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Nick Collison's checked in for Ibaka. Kyle Singler comes in for Kevin Durant. Randy Foye, he's checked in for Andre Robertson. And it's Payne in for Russell Westbrook. Now, here's Diaw. Mills with it, now guarded by Payne. To the right side. The three from Mills. That's good. Greg, a lot of NBA players do play through injury. Last year, for instance, LaMarcus Aldridge played most of the regular season with a thumb injury that required surgery. Mike Conley, Clark Kellogg, we saw in the postseason play with the mask, with the facial fracture.
Yeah, and it's hard to make a blanket statement if it's good or bad for guys to do that. You just hope the player heeds the doctor's advice and doesn't do any further damage by playing injured.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Looked to me like just a frustration foul. It really kind of sums up the game they're having in general.
And guys, every time we think Patty Mills is going to take the next step in his development, he takes a step back. Last season, he shot career lows from the field and behind the arc after having one of his best ever campaigns the year before. That really just makes a coach pull his hair out, and fortunately for me, I don't have any.
Now, here is Foye. And it's Payne in the corner. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
The shot by Butler, nobody around. It's good. The assist that time from Diaw. Butler's got 5 points in the quarter. Back to Mills. The Spurs could have used his contributions last year. Parker was hobbled. Corey Joseph was still learning. Mills didn't put together consistent efforts and ended up losing minutes, Clark, because of it.
Yeah, you know, Mills had the opportunity to make an impact for a championship contender. That chance doesn't come very often. Unfortunately, he couldn't make the most of it.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for San Antonio.
And they could do no wrong today, Steve. That's right. This was a team performing to its Clark fullest capability.
Yeah, and a very satisfying win for him, too. A game to remember, and On the other side, definitely one you want to forget as soon as possible.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
Especially because they're going to get together 3 more times this season, Greg. You love to get an opponent figured out early when you're going to be seeing them that often.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Kawhi Leonard. Every time there was a big possession or a big play, he was a major contributor. Just a great all-around game. And one thing that everybody loves about Coach Pop is his frankness. You get a taste of it in interviews, but he's as honest and straightforward with you as he is with anybody else.
Now here's Payne. Feeds to Adams. Inside. Payne dishes to Collison. And he banks in the layup.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
Smooth sailing for San Antonio. Well, you've got Greg Popovich, and I think he puts this at times grumpy demeanor in more of a spotlight. He's playing along, as we all know, with the sideline reporters. He knows, Greg, you know this firsthand, when to turn it on, when to turn it off. He can be as compassionate a person, Clark, that you and I have ever been around.
Yeah, he's competitive, but he understands that we're all human, and he treats people the right way all the time.
And Randy Foye gets the whistle that time.
Randy Foye.
So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Patty Mills taking 2 shots.
He hits the second from the line. And so here is Oklahoma City. Payne passes to Collison. Pass to Foye. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul. To the line to shoot 2.
And the first one at the line is good. And Foye hits both of them. Here's Mills. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way.
Guys, I'm here with
the 2K Sports post-game show.
Kevin, much appreciated, and now let's present our Jordan player, Kawhi Leonard. Just a monster first quarter of the game. He came out hot and just never cooled down. That boost he gave his team early on, a huge factor.
He had a sensational night shooting the ball.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.
play a little bit.
Yeah, I do.
Here's what's on 2K TV now.
This is a kick thing. Shooting the ball like a guard.
We shoot around with Carl Anthony Towns.
Wait a minute.
Mike Wang shares expert tips.
You have 4 main options as a shot blocker.